What I wanted to talk about this week was something that God put on me on Sunday, and it's very deep. And like I said, I had my confirmation today that I should have done this then. And what God put on my heart was that people are struggling with watching their enemies or watching people who don't deserve it get to a different point in life. You're watching them thrive, your life, and watching them have raises, just get to a better, higher level in life, and you don't understand why these particular people are growing in an area that you should be growing in. When you're a child of God, you're doing the right thing, and you know that these particular people are your enemies. Your enemies are getting to a higher place in life. These are the people who lie, have cheated, who have stealed, who have murdered, who are, just using people, abusing people, and you do not understand why they're getting to a different position in life. And you're having a tough time with it because you being a good person, you're even contemplating doing some of the things that they're doing. And what he put on my heart was simply this: I have to build one. He said, I know. He said, I know. And he said, I have to build them up in order to tear them down. And that was, for me, was deep. Because I think a lot of times we want our revenge now and we want it this way. But what I've seen is the revenge that God has. And you have to understand, you're not the only one that person did wrong. So you're wanting revenge just for you, but God said, no. I have to get revenge, not just for you, but for him and her and his family and his grandmother that passed. And he said, I have to get revenge for all of these people. So your plan is not going to be my plan, as your thoughts are never God's thoughts anyway. But your plan is this much of what I'm about to do. So even if you feel like you never got a chance to see that person hit rock bottom or get what they deserve, or maybe you're seeing them financially thrive, or whatever the case may be, please understand more money, more problems. And what we also don't get, I say seemingly thrive, because we don't know what that person is going through behind closed doors. And I found out about how things really, really, really work, or how things were really working behind the scenes with certain people. I was like, ooh, feel sorry for them. And so you have to understand that even though you don't see them in such a pitfall, that people struggle with depression, drug problems, all kind of things. That's why we see these celebrities just all of a sudden dead out of nowhere. You don't understand why they had such a good life, but you don't know the struggles of a particular person. You don't know how many times they've been to the psychiatrist. So he put on my heart just to tell whoever's out there really taking the time, the energy, the effort, worrying about why this person is getting there, or you considering changing, you doing the right thing in the right way, because you see them doing the wrong thing and seemingly getting further. He said, one, I know that they did you wrong, and I'm going to handle it. And so let me do some sidebars here. One, I found it funny because the way I'm saying it to you is not the way he said it to me. Often, God, I believe, he talks to you how you talk to other people, and I'm very straightforward. And I remember a pastor one time saying that God told her, just like this, if you don't bend your knees, I'll break them for you. And that's pretty much how God talked to me. So I'm translating this nicer than what he told me. So that's one of my sidebars. And the other is just, I've been at places where God just put on my heart just to have, or my bladder of all things, just to go use the restroom. And I saw a young lady that had been bullying me from the 5th grade. Bullying happened before we had YouTube and Facebook and all of this. Yes, it did. Bullied me from the 4th grade to maybe the middle of high school. And I just happened to have to go to the bathroom, and I saw her getting jumped, and I'm not condoning it, but what he really showed me at that particular point in time was she's just not bothering you. She's just not getting smart, going out her way to harass you. She's doing it with other people as well. And so you have to understand that these particular people who are just doing you wrong, and not just doing you wrong, they're doing a lot of people wrong. So it may take longer for God's plot to take hold. It may take a higher position in life to tear them down from, for them to finally fall flat on their face and look at God and go, I apologize. Another side of this is, I want to say that a lot of times we're looking at people and we're envious of what they have, but you don't know what they went through to get it. And so that's a different kind of flip side of it. Or you don't know what they're going through to keep it. And you won't want to trade that position. I have a song, it's called Mama Said, and it says, it's about the passing of my mother, and it's a line in there that says, it's funny to me how people envy my Lex with the hard top, got it because your heart stopped. And I call it death money. Usually when people pass, there's some money left on if all, if all things were in order. And so my mother passed, and that is how I got my Lexus convertible that I had. and I no longer have it. And so certain situations in life, you see people go through their ups and downs, and you know, you don't know what they went through to get those shiny things. And I even remember a particular situation where my Lexus and another very nice car were parked in front of a very big house, a very nice big house, and the people going in it, the people that were in it, were in a struggle in their lives. And so it was funny because God just said, I will cloak you so no one sees what's really going on. And that could be a good or a bad thing, but it allowed that particular situation to operate in certain business deals to still go on, and nobody really knew what was really happening. Then on another side, it allowed a lot of people who felt like they deserved something to say, where is what I get to have? You know, or where is this or that you should be giving me because this is what I see. And people don't really know the real situation behind it. So very interesting that he broke that down to me. But please remember, more money, more problems. You don't know what somebody else is going through behind closed doors. Please stop spending your time looking at other people, envious of what they have. You have no idea what they lost to get it. You don't know what they're going through to keep it, and you will not be able to handle it anyway. So until God takes the revenge on the people that have done you wrong or the people that have done other people wrong, chill out. Keep being a child of God. Keep doing things the right way. There is a difference in taking revenge upon yourself and not letting anybody walk all over you. And I had to learn the difference as I got older. If somebody does you wrong and you need to sue them, sue them. If somebody breaks into your house, you got a gun, shoot them. I'm sorry, I'm just that type of woman. Maybe not shoot to kill, but if it's a do or die situation, handle your business. And yes, I am talking about God, and I'm talking about shooting an intruder that's intruding into your house at the same time. You don't have to like it, but you also don't have to watch this. If somebody breaking into my house, we going to have a problem, or they're going to have a problem, because now I got a problem. And I'm going to handle my problems in my house before they get to doing whatever they was going to be doing. Moving on. If somebody does you wrong, you don't have to stay in that situation, that relationship. If you need to put their stuff out, put it out. But after you've done within a respectable, decent range of your due diligence in handling your business yourself, then you turn it over to God and you say, you know what, you handle it. And also, please understand as well that sometimes you don't get a chance to do that. And you do have to find the forgiveness to forgive them. And you need to step out of the way because God will get them. I've heard plenty of stories from people that have done me wrong, and if you're still out there and you still think everything's going well and I forgot, I haven't forgotten, and God does not like you doing his daughter wrong. So if you know me, I suggest you do me right, because his revenge, whether it be something small you do to me or something large you do to me, I chill, and I chill because I have seen him do I've seen him change somebody's life immaculately. And it's a big change, and I'm more than sure no matter how much people function after certain changes occur, I'm more than sure this particular person is not okay with the change. So, and I'm not going to speak on what it is, but I'm going to say that I was even feeling very upset, or very, not upset, but very blown away by what had occurred to this particular person that had done not just me wrong, but plenty of other people wrong as well. So, I'm going to leave it at that. Whenever I edit this and put it up, I will do so. You all take care until the next video.